you're named after the floor on a yacht." Polly thought he was joking, like old friends joke with each other, but Decky seemed to take umbrage. "Decky is short for Derek. My friends call me Deck." "Are you sure they aren't calling you Duck?" Polly laughed and then wished he hadn't. Decky's eyes glazed over, and he began looking toward the house. Polly didn't want him to walk off the way Seeley had. Decky was 2 years older than Polly, and it was the important 2 years. Puberty had put about a foot of height on him, and he was lean and athletic, and his moves were languid, and Polly wanted more than anything to be just like Decky, instead of being a medium height, medium strong, medium smart, freckled 12-year-old nothing. So naturally, he tried to cover up his stupid duck joke with an even lamer one. "Have you noticed how everybody in the family has a nickname that ends with E?" Polly said. "They might as well hyphenate that into the family name. You'd be Deck E. Bride, and Seeley would be Seal E. Caswell." Decky smiled faintly. "And you'd be Paul E. Asshole." Polly stood there blushing, flustered, until he finally realized that this was not a friendly joke. This was Decky letting him know that he didn't exist. So Polly turned and walked away from Decky. Did Seeley feel like this when she walked away from me? If she did, then I'm a rotten shit to make somebody else feel like this. Why can't I just keep my mouth shut? Other people keep their mouths shut. Later, he saw Decky and Seeley hanging around together, laughing until tears ran down Seeley's face. He knew they were talking about him, or if they weren't, they might as well be. That was the kind of laughter that never included Polly. Not at school, not at home, not here at this stupid family reunion, in this stupid 40-room mansion that some stupid rich person called a cabin. Whenever people laughed in real friendship, close to each other, bound by affection or mutual respect or whatever it was, Polly felt it like a knife in his heart. Not because he was particularly lonely. He liked being alone, and other people made him nervous, so it's not like he suffered. It hurt him because it was exactly the way people were with Mubby. Nobody liked him, and he still kept joking with them as if they were friends. Even Mother. She didn't like him either. Any idiot could see that. They were probably staying together for the sake of the child, which was Polly, of course. Or rather, Mother was staying for Polly's sake, and Mubby was staying for Mother's money, which was always useful for tiding him over between sales jobs, which Mubby always joked his way into losing after having piled up an impressive record of lost sales and mishandled contracts. I'm just like him, Polly thought. I joke like him, I make enemies like him. People sneer at me behind my back the way they do with him. Only I'm not even studly enough to get a rich babe like Mom to bail me through all the screw-ups that lie ahead of me in life. If I could just learn to keep my mouth shut. He even tried it for the next couple of hours, being absolutely silent, saying nothing to anybody. But of course, the moment he wanted to shut up, that was when all the aunts and uncles and the older cousins had to come up and pretend to care about him. No doubt Mother had noticed that Polly was by himself and told them to go include Polly. People did what Mother said, even her older brothers and sisters. She just had a way of making suggestions that people started following before they even had a chance to think about whether they wanted to. So when Polly tried to get by with nods and smiles, he kept hearing, "Cat got your tongue?" and "You can't be that shy," and even, "You got something you shouldn't in your mouth, boy?" To which Polly thought of about 5 funny answers, one of which wasn't even obscene. But at least he managed not to say them out loud and completely scandalize everybody and make himself the humiliated goat of the whole reunion, with Mother apologizing to everybody and saying, "I can assure you he wasn't raised that way," so that everybody understood that he got his ugly way of talking from Mubby's side of the family. Of course, Mother would no doubt end up saying that sometime before the week was over, but maybe